What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to give you guys a very important warning about the markets and break down something important that just came out. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 7 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon in just a couple of weeks. Anyways, for the market, I want to break down something very important. So we were waiting for the economic data. When the S&P Global Composite PMI came out, this was actually a little bit positive for the markets. The market's kind of pushed. I said the market's going to likely push upon open. I said there'll be a little dip in a push, and that is what happened. We saw Tesla go up to my target. Same thing with SPY and the QQQ. However, more data came out, and this is actually not looking too good, and this caused the market to peak and then kind of reverse. So what this means is the ISM Services PMI showing contraction. Same thing with business activity. And the employment report is also not looking as great. And then finally, new orders are also slowing, and then prices are going up. So what this means is we're getting closer to more economic contraction. We're seeing weakness in the economy. This is somewhat resembling us getting closer to a recession, my personal opinion. Would I say we're already in one? I can't call that yet, but I will say that we're getting more economic contraction. And then what isn't very good is services prices are going up. So there's still signs of hot inflation. And if prices are going up, inflation is hot, the economy is contracting, not the best of news. So with that being said, I want to break down something else that's important, what's happening with the charts. Tesla got this nice little push upon open. I called this out, and that's what happened. We reached my target almost at 185. I said Tesla might push to 185. That's very close to what happened. And then, once we made the move, we got a big rejection on the chart. So it pumped, got to my target, then we got a big rejection. The algo switched. So Tesla's currently at 181 as support. If we lose this, watch 180, then 178. I want to give you guys a warning. The market is kind of reversing off this data that's not looking too good. And that's why Tesla kind of pumped and dumped. We are starting to show a little bit of weakness, but we have to be watching these charts. Now, for SPY, we called out 510, 512, and I said if 512 broke, the 512s, we would go all the way up to 515. What happened? We pushed up to the 512s. We did call that out, and then we got a big rejection, right? The data ended up not being the best, and we ended up losing our support at 510, which is a big sign that this is showing some weakness. To be bullish, we have to get back above 510. We need some buyers to step in again. And we're not really seeing that. We're kind of rejecting. So if we fail to hold 510, we're going to easily come back down to the 507s, not looking too good. For Nvda, we called out 885 or so. We actually went up to about 890, so I was just 5 points off on Nvda, and then we got a big rejection after that. So our support's going to be at 872. If we lose this, we'll look for 862. We're starting to show some weakness on Nvda, in my personal opinion. For the QQQ, the triple Q, I said that this thing may be pushing all the way up to about 437. We came just short of that. We came to about 436.5, then we got a big rejection. 436.5, like around that area, then we got a rejection. We have to hold 433. We're kind of shuffling up here. If we lose 433, we're at risk of coming all the way down to 431. I want to call that out, guys. Be careful. We're starting to see weakness on the QQQ as well. And for Apple, I said we might go a little higher. We did go a little higher towards about 187. But now we're starting to see it reject just a little bit. We're kind of shuffling around the 182 area. So Apple is slowing down just a bit. And this is contributing to why the market's kind of reacting that way. On top of that, I just want to call out that Amazon got a nice push. My target was 188. We came up to about 187.7, so just short of my target. And now we're kind of turning a bit. We could actually retrace to about 184 if we lose 185. So that's going to be our 20 EMA. And if we lose that, our next target is 182. So just be careful. Amazon's still holding up very, very well, of course, but just be mindful of the fact that we're at resistance. I called 450 on Meta in my morning video. We went up to about 453, so a little bit higher than my expectation, but we did call the pump. Now we're kind of rejecting a little bit. So watch 448. If we lose this, we're going to be dipping down towards 446.8. Then 444 is next. And that's pretty much it for now. The VIX saw a big drop all the way down towards this gap fill. Came just short of that. It's starting to pop a little bit, so we'll just have to give this some time. I want to warn you guys, we're seeing some very big shifts in the markets. So I am not saying the market's going to crash or anything like that. Please do not misinterpret what I'm saying. I simply stated that the market was pushing in the morning exactly as we predicted, and we actually got a slight rejection off our 512 area on SPY, and we're starting to see some weakness on the charts. We're starting to see bears defending. They're fighting at these levels. So we will see if we get back to our resistance levels, if SPY could get back to 510 or not, or close above that. If we fail to do so, there's going to be a risk of it dipping down to the 507s. I want to give you guys a warning. The charts are showing some weakness up here. So you want to be very mindful of that. Same thing on Tesla. We're back towards our 20 EMA. 180 is our key support. Loose down, we have 178 coming next. So just be careful. Tesla did pop as we predicted. Now we're kind of rejecting a bit, but we'll see how we end up reacting to these key levels. Okay, so I want to give you guys a warning about this. We'll be very, very mindful of these levels. Be very, very patient and see how we end up reacting, and we will see how it goes from here. This is going to be a lightning fast, quick update. Be very, very patient, guys, and we will see. To turn back to bullish, you have to break back the highs of the day. If all the stocks could do that, we could remain bullish, but we're not really doing that right now. There's some contraction right now, some weakness that's developing. So be mindful of that, and we'll see how things go from here. Okay, so thank you for listening. Let's see if SPY could close above 510 or not. We'll see if Tesla could hold above 180 or not. And we'll be very, very patient. We'll give the market all the time it needs. So be mindful of everything I just warned you guys about. All right, so that's your warning. Have a great day, guys. We have some tough resistance to be watching for, and I'll see you guys in just a couple of hours. Thanks again, and peace out.